Aloha everyone, buenas tardes, buenos dias, wherever you are in the world. I am Sosa and I am back on this YouTube channel. It's been 2 years and I'm still living on islands, y'all. I am on the island of Kaua'i. I got here about 1.5 years ago and it has been a magical 2 years of rest of not doing YouTube video content for myself, in the sense of really grounding in the healing work that I've been doing. So as a healing practitioner, as a curandera of sorts, I learned the mastering, or I think I've mastered when to take breaks and when it's essential to get back to your core center, your mana, as they call it here in Hawaii. And so the reason why I'm back, and we'll see how this flows, is I've been feeling the call to make more content about emotional intelligence, inner child healing, opening of the heart, how we integrate consciousness in our everyday lives. And this was sparked from many personal death transformations, spiritual deaths, very Pluto energy in the last couple of years, and my ability to live on islands during this time. Every geographical place I've been to in my life, I've been extremely destined to be. And this place, this island in particular, is very heart-opening. Hawaii Islands, in particular Maui, is known as the heart chakra of the world. So I also want to be a testimony of the work that I've been doing, in the sense that I've been hiding. I've been really hiding. I've had a lot of fear around speaking my big T truth. And the big T truth is also our divine truth, our cosmic truth. Part of a lot of my aspects of who I am, I naturally nurture my curiosity. I grew up in a type of home where there wasn't much room for an inner child to explore that, but I was very blessed with the awareness as a child of those questions, and I did get answers. I got answers that are not in words necessarily, but my connection, my natural connection to the earth. I've been an earth child, y'all, since day one. I never felt disconnected from earth. Earth has always felt like my home, and I really, really love Earth. Like, I'm not even kidding, y'all. Like, not just because of living in Kauai, but I can count so many times when I was going through very difficult moments as a child where I surrendered in nature, or I would purge with her, and she would hold space for me. And I would feel messages. I would sense messages from her. It was really confusing, I think, as a child as well, when it came to communicating with divine energy within nature, because it wasn't really emphasized, although it was talked about a lot, especially with my mother and the way that she grew up around medicine people in Guatemala. And I would say most places outside of the Western area is a little more expansive in our ideas of, or cultural ideas of who we are as individuals and our capacities as human. And that's another thing I want to also mention, is I want to have more conversations around the capacity that we have. And a lot of the one-on-ones that I've had recently, which has also inspired me to do this content, is some of the deeper traumas that are not only personal but ancestral keep us really, really captive in it. There's this interesting journey I've been through, decoding fear, like decoding like the worst shits and the worst case scenarios. And honestly, the pandemic has really allowed me to do that, like so naturally, because we saw how chaotic shit could get. And we could also see how, as a collective, we didn't deal with it very well, and we're still not dealing with it very well. And I'm not laughing at it. I'm laughing at the sense of, this is my time to also show up. I'm a very deep person. I always want to know more, in the sense of what makes this more meaningful, what makes this more purposeful, or what is the purpose of this. I've always had a sense of curiosity, and I feel, it's not what I feel, but I know through my healing process that understanding has expanded. And it also gives me hope to where we're capable of transforming as a collective, especially in the Western astrology, that Saturn is now going direct, and Saturn is in Aquarius, which is all about community, humanitarianism, socialism, social justice, in communities, large groups. And in sidereal, it's in Capricorn, so as a higher thinking, or expansive thinking of astrology is how I interpret both systems. Sidereal is the one, kind of like a north node of astrology, so how we lead, how we alchemize, the difference between Western and sidereal. And sidereal with Saturn and Capricorn, we're building new foundations, and it's requiring work. But also the destruction of foundations that do not align with the evolution of human. And that's a huge one, in the sense of, are we making enough space in our systems, in our current systems, for community? This talks a lot about mental health and how we approach mental health. I would say I'm actually very excited, because I'm noticing more and more that corporate America is including wellness, and I'm excited to continue to tap into that. As I'm healing myself, as I'm holding space for other people, I'm continuing to allow my voice and my expression to show up in ways that I can lead and guide. I say that because a lot of my personal story and the stories of my ancestors, I'm finding deep healing with them, in the sense that I'm transforming them from where they were, from a stuck, dense, dark, platonic place, to a very elevated Piscean, sorry, this is something in the water, to a very high conscious shaman Piscean energy. I want to also inspire hope when it feels like the world around us right now, especially with everything that's happening around the world with so many women and the children that are being affected with it. I'm never going to give up hope. I'm never going to give up the faith that world peace is a possibility, and it's our truth, big truth. So I realized through my journey that my everyday life and who I am is very important to align with my values of how I see the world, because how I see the world in the external depends on what I hold in the internal, right? So if I am holding a constant anxiety of being attacked, of being abused, it will show up in my external. And how we take responsibility of that is we take responsibility of our hearts. And what I say, what I mean by that is that our heart chakra, and so this is talking about like energetic health and physical health of our heart is super important, y'all. And there is a lot of stuck energy in the sense of heartbreak and hurt, sadness, grief. I mean, there's so many emotions that can evolve in a heart space, and why the heart is super important is because this is where Christ consciousness speaks. This is where divine source speaks in our heart. And the number one cause of death in humans is a heart condition. I truly believe that our physical health is a mirror from our energetic health or hygiene. And so I want to be able to bridge the gap between the metaphysical and cosmic, non-tangible, higher dimensional ways of thinking to grounding it into the earth of how we use it now. How do we apply it now? What do we do with this information? How do we earth it? How do we anchor it? And right now I believe we're in a red earth, a new red earth spell, wave spell that just started yesterday in the Mayan calendar. I'm pretty sure it's spelled 13 because the next one is the white magnetic dog, and that's my Zolkin frequency. But why I even bring those types of terms up, like this is what I mean about like being able to bridge the gap, because I'm remembering, I should say, a lot of these tools that we have now of bringing balance within the human collective. So the Zolkin is one way of using the Mayan calendar in a very cosmic way of evolution. And each day is a different frequency that's called a kin, and it's broken out by 13 different tones that create a cycle, a wave spell. So my phone overheated, so we are about to do this again over here with a different view. So with the content that I want to continue to have are basically just conversations about what do we do with the information that is so third eye and crown, perhaps upper chakras. How do we bring it into earth? How do we anchor it into earth? And I believe it's everyone's responsibility to alchemize their own shadow, their own subconscious junk, to decode themselves, to evolve. It's that's what Saturn and Aquarius is saying or asking us to do, is to evolve on a karmic level. That's what Saturn represents, is Lord Karma. And in a sidereal sense, when it's in Capricorn, it's asking for us to build from there, build from a place of community. And it's in a later degree of Capricorn, so it's finding its maturity of foundation, and kind of getting rid of the other foundational stuff that is happening right now in this Atlantean reality. And I'm in this content that I create too. I'll say a lot of things that may have you question what the fuck I'm talking about. Go do your research or just meditate on it. I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible and slow down, as that's my own lesson of sorts, and that's why I was put here in Kaua'i, and also to tap into the activation that's taking place on Earth from a heart level. Yeah, I want to be able to plant seeds. A lot of, hey wind, hey Vayu. A lot of, there's like this monk seal. I don't know if I can zoom in, but he's like right over there and it's really cute. But anyhow, I'm gonna wrap this up because all I want to say is that I love you and that I'm really here honestly to just spread love. Yes, I want world peace and that is a top priority, but I'm really here to discover love within myself and be loved by the universe and by other people, and not in the sense that I need other people, but because we're in the place of community, we need love to evolve as a group, as a collective, not just isolated. And here comes the rain. Thank you for the blessings. I see you. All right, mahalo, gracias. Ciao.